So, what is, when you think about enlightenment and your advice to somebody with enlightenment, what would you say? If you could just tell them one thing, what would you tell them?
I will tell him, imagine that your life is only this moment, only this second, only this fraction of second. It begins, it ends, it is right now. Live your life from that perspective, and from that perspective, determine what is the most important thing, most useful thing, most joyous thing, most happy thing right now, this very moment. Not 5 minutes from now, not 5 years from now, 50 years from now, not even 3 seconds from now. What you can do right now, be it anything.
I have another related question. So, given the different experiences you have of consciousness, of your own awareness, perhaps there's a time when you have an experience of a type of unbounded awareness of some kind, and then another time, perhaps, well, maybe another time is the wrong word, but maybe there is a time when you are expressing an emotion, angry or sad, or what. How would you say your experiences of unbounded awareness is during this time when you're perhaps upset at something? What is, describe that and give me some detail on that.
I mean, that's very simple, and I will say that's pretty much common and is pretty similar or same for everybody, every human being, possibly even for every animal. So think of a day and sun is shining bright. Then think of a day when there is a lot of fog. Or think of a day when there are a lot of clouds. Or think of a day when there is lightning, there is rain. Sun is still shining, sun is still bright, light is still there, but it is all covered, you can't even see it. It looks as if it's not there. If you are looking from here, sun is hidden, sun is not there. If you look behind the clouds, sun is still there. Question is, do we have ability to see behind the cloud? If you don't have ability to see behind the cloud, at that moment, sun doesn't exist for you. And from your perspective, you are correct. Sun is hidden from.
Do you think you could be angry and experience a form of enlightenment at the same time?
That depends on how much anger has taken you over. So you cannot be like asking, can you be peaceful and disturb at the same time? It's like opposite. So if you are in that consciousness, you call it bliss consciousness, you call it enlightenment, you call it happiness. In that mode, that state, lot of things has already happened for you. So your personhood has disappeared, your identity with mental history, mental image, person has gone. And pretty much any time you are angry, agitated, it is about that person. So you cannot be angry about the person and be detached from that person at the same time. So when you are in the moment, when you are totally detached from that person, you are not experiencing emotions that only somebody identified with that person can experience. It's like, say, just a few minutes ago, You asked about enlightenment. And I said that imagine that your life begins, ends right now. It is only this moment. Just like how the candle burns and the light comes. This light that comes right now from the candle that is burning right now. Even if candle was burning for hours, this light is only now. The light that was 1 hour ago is not this light, is not the one that is born right now. Same thing with sunlight. Same thing with consciousness. So if you really believe that, if you really behave that way, in that moment when you really believe that, in that moment when you really have that realization, you cannot be worried about future. You cannot be worried about past. Because when you are worried about past, you are worried about future, you are already at least partially forgetting your own realization.
Okay, I have a different, unrelated question.
Let me stop this one.
Okay.